just yesterday, we're told we have to present a speech today. Then I thought within myself, leaving the place, it will give me fit for me to talk about my journey in the place. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm talking about my journey as a public speaker. I can remember early this year, I volunteered to represent my chambers for a moot competition. Then, I did my research, did my work, tried analyzing, only for me to stand before my former head of litigation and my former head of chambers. The thing I had internalized, the work I had internalized, and everything just came down. I was thrown a question and I went blank. The answer was in my brief. I had read it, I had internalized it. Then I felt so scared to my bone. I felt depressed, I felt crushed because I went to the work, I had done it, but nothing came out of it. So I thought within myself, how do I improve? How do I make myself better? Then I learned of this academy somewhere. I decided to join. But in the fear of joining, I felt, would I be able to go through the stress? Would I be dedicated? Would I have the time? Even the fee, I had no source of income to get the fee. And I was to sponsor myself. Months went by. I joined though. Months went by. And I was paid even though I hold sometimes. There were days I hold, yeah. I hold sometimes, and there were days I would go home, but I have to come back that very day because I didn't want to miss training. It was compulsory. It felt like something you had to do at all costs. As the training was going, I felt better. There were days you would come to training with the rain, and ants would show you itself with the sand and the sinking areas. Then you get your shoes wet. And there were days you would come with smiley faces and you'd be crushed down from presentation, which you had put in all your energy and your effort, and you'd be told, oh, you should have done better, you did not use your schedule. But still, all these things kept me going. And there were days where you would come and you feel fly, you do your presentation well. I can remember as time went on, people started approaching me, telling me you've done better, you are better. I think something is changing in you. And I thought, okay, do you think it's easy to be going every Friday to AbC speak? No, it is not. It is not a day journey. You should register for the next batch. It felt interesting and it felt nice. I never had this feeling of stopping for a while. Then, who can relate to this feeling of you surfing through the streets of WhatsApp, then you see good evening orators, and in your mind you're like, what is this again? What is going on? And you get your tax. And those days where you've done one competition and you've done so horrible, and here comes the good evening orators again, and you are like, God, what's next? And there are days you'll see your results. You'll say, okay, this was not so bad. The next thing I got in this academy was the power of the team. We were shared into different things at some point. I think my team members are the only team standing with the members. Shout out to my team members. You guys are wonderful. So, my team members actually taught me togetherness and effort, activate motion. That is what I say to us. Because there were days I was absent, they filled in my part. And there were days one person was missing, and we had to fill in the part. Never for once have I felt alone. The days of the debate, we worked together, content development, and matching up the content. And there were days my country network would show themselves on Zoom meetings, I won't be able to join, and you're like, MTN, why? But never for once have I felt out. We considered one person's victory as our victory, and one person's loss as our loss. There were days where we had our losses, and we would go back and try to see how to make ourselves better. They taught me the power of the team. You guys are wonderful team members. So, the next thing I'll talk about here is diligence. I've never done anything in my life that I would have to do it alone and be diligent with it. There were weeks I had to write 3-4 speeches, and AbC speak they still give you another speech to write. But you have to do it, and you have to present it because you'll be thrown insults you don't want to go through. I can remember I had a coach, we had coaches Yeah. And first thing I will talk about is you've not paid your training fee. I'm sorry, there is no money. God has provided. This person, she would come to class and she would teach us from her own experience. I can remember my first class with her, content development. It was so awesome. It was something I could not really relate with, but I was willing and I was yearning to know more. She talked about her experiences, her ups, downs, shivering feet, the days she would go and stammer and she would have to correct herself. So I felt this thing is not about being perfect. It's just about you knowing what to do. You can't be perfect, but you can work towards perfection. The second person I'll talk about. The first time I saw her presenting was in Makonjola Hall. She was fired. She's the person you will see on a normal day and she won't smile. And I thought what's going on with this person. But when I got to this academy, I got to know she's a very friendly person. But all the same, she's still a lioness, so the third person I will talk about, I never knew her till I got to this academy. But she has been friendly, lovely. Our classes are always awesome. She has been the boy. So this set of people calls me love. Then our head coach. He's always been the one with the good evening orators on WhatsApp. And this person can crush your morals, but still bring it up as it pleases. And there were days they would teach us elocution and they'd say, pronounce this TH sound. And I'm like, and I'm like, and he would tell me you won't live here, but I serve a living God. I live here with my futures. This has taught me nothing in life is your footstep or a stumbling block. Because everything you keep pushing through, you keep doing everything if you want to. The only footstep you have is yourself. The only footstep you have is yourself. You only can stop yourself. Then, looking back to Elias Chambers and where I started, that I could not say anything. I could not even develop the content. And now, the journey and what I've gone through, I can say I am a zillion times better than I was. I'm not the same person I was. I was this person that I won't even talk to 2 or 3 strangers, or even stand before a camera in front of people. I was so shy. I can remember the time we went for publicity. I was in front of everyone and I was like, if you want to do it, you will do it. This thing I'm saying is because you don't want to do it. ABC speak is this, ABC speak is that. And I was feeling myself and I was like, oh, I'll do it, yes. It's me. Looking back, I won't want to go back because I'm now better and I love my version. What I have to tell you is, I learned from the beast. The beast is the best. I learned from the best. So I'm the best. What do you think? Thank you very much.